Greetings. This this broadcast is not intended for children. There will be strong language and adult themes, or will just be immature and vulgar.
So what are we
Oh,
doing here?
And Purple is not around, so
oh,
I guess she was not feeling well.
oh, that's not good.
So she's probably still sleeping in bed. We'll let her nap while we take over and do everything here. And the side chat we have Mark Caesar and Greg Hartwick.
Yay!
Hello.
So, guess the big we don't have any theme today by the looks of it. We just bring our own theme, and I guess mean that we have myself and Mom Nato here. We can talk about the hurricane.
Oh, yes, the
Oh
lovely
boy.
hurricane Idalia. Oh, but I am so glad that thing did not hit us directly. That would have been horribly, horribly bad.
Yeah,
I think it was like 90 miles to the north of me. And I'm not even sure how high our storm surge is. I just know they've shut down half a mile of road in my town,
yeah.
Highway 19.
You came down near my area, and we just kind of got the bands from it, which
Yeah.
isn't
Yep.
so bad.
Well, and that's the good thing. The rain in Crystal River pretty much stopped at around 10 o'clock, 10:30, because it was so close to the hurricane. It got the little one big feeder band went through, and then it got the short feeder bands,
Yeah.
the really small ones, and it stopped raining about 2 hours before everybody else is still getting rain. Crystal River doesn't have any rain.
Yeah, about 2 hours since I stopped getting rain here. So
hmm Well, we're still getting rain in Winter Haven off and on, so
yeah, it's probably just a little bit I had left over. The
hmm
sun's out now. Still breezy though.
yeah, the sun's kind of sort of out. It peaks out and then it goes in, peaks out, goes in. So, I get to figure out what I'm going to buy at the Walmart for food. Oh, Tornado wanted me to check on something. Let's see.
Food-like substances.
Well,
Well, they have a
about
Five Guys here.
Ooh, those are good.
Yeah.
how about a rotisserie chicken?
Nah, I can't buy that on food stamps. It's hot.
Oh yeah, right.
Such bullshit.
Yeah, it is. It
No,
really is.
it
That's
was really
dumb.
nice when they lessened the restrictions during the COVID uh,
Mm-hmm.
stuff. But I
Right.
guess it's back on.
Well, you still couldn't get hot stuff on with the food stamps then.
We could in PA.
Oh, you can't hear. No, they don't allow for that.
Florida government, everybody.
Yeah.
No, it's the same here in
Let's
Minnesota.
see.
The rule is if you can eat it the moment you walk out the door, it's not on it, and if you have to get home and prepare it, it is.
That's such
Yeah.
bullshit.
Mm-hmm. It is. But that's the way they do it here.
Considering that a lot of homeless people probably don't have the means to prepare food.
Yep.
Mhm.
That's very true.
Yeah, well, install me as autocrat and I'll fix it all.
But yeah, so I'm just pondering. Oh yeah, you know, the the cost between what you spend in bills and what you get at a job is not equal. It is, you're spending more money on bills than you're getting in, unless it takes two income to have a household these days. And
Oh,
sometimes not even two incomes is enough.
all right.
Yeah, that's the reason why I don't. I think the whole job rates are up thing is such bullshit because it doesn't
It
tell you what the
is.
quality of the jobs.
Yeah.
Oh my.
And let's not also forget that you have to qualify for the jobs. And Florida is a right to work state.
I think so.
So, you could get fired because you said, no, I'm not going to do something that your manager wanted you to do. And he's like, okay, you're fired. I'll hire this person. And if that doesn't happen, then do you qualify for the jobs that are available?
Oh, jeez. And I take it that means you have to go through a general inspection and all that shit, right?
Something like that.
In Missouri.
Yeah.
We shouldn't even joke about that. It's such
Yeah.
the fact that it actually exists with children is just awful. Did you have to go through a general inspection ever?
No.
I've never had to.
No, neither have I. They didn't exist up until the last couple of years.
I've heard stories from people who have, and it doesn't sound good at all. Mostly in airports.
Yeah, I've heard about the airport thing.
I'm fortunate I never had to experience that.
Oh, God. Well, that's why I won't fly.
Mm.
I don't want to go through that shit.
Mm.
I mean, I've got a little less of a problem now than I would under normal circumstances, but I want normal circumstances back soon.
Yeah.
I do not like being like this.
Well, have you figured out how to deal with your what is it? Colitis? Are they helping you with that?
They are, yes. They gave me a couple antibiotics and it helped. So that's one of the problems out of the way.
Well, that's good.
Now I'm working on the cervical spine. That's not so easy.
Well, at least you're getting some treatments. That's good.
Well, they gave me, they call them trigger point injections. It's an anesthetic into certain nerve patterns or something. I don't know. But that's not doing a damn thing. So I don't know if it's extremely localized and you're a millimeter too far to the left and it isn't going to work. I don't know. But I'd like to get something done with this so I don't have to lie on the floor all the time. It's just what I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
Why do you have to lie on the floor?
It takes the strain off the neck and it hurts a little bit less.
Oh, I see.
So
it's horrible now. It's getting worse by the day.
I'd like to get myself a contour pillow, but then I've been taking a comforter and rolling it up. I've been putting it behind my neck when I'm sleeping, and that keeps my neck from getting sore in the morning.
Okay.
Might be something you might want to try.
Contour.
You have to that, or like I said, you just take a comforter or something and just kind of roll it up, and you can put it behind your neck and just kind of adjust the width of it.
I spend altogether too much time lying on my back, and not the fun kind either. So
yeah, it's basically a foam pillow that has like an increase in this one spot for your neck to kind of support it and keep it like stable and straight.
Why don't you just call that guy in Minnesota? He's got a sale going. He's got to pay for his lawsuits somehow.
Oh, the My Pillow guy.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he sells those. I think he just sells regular pillows.
Yeah, he does. That's it.
Oddly enough, that pillow I saw was like way back in the day when they had a as seen on TV thing. I was having a lot of neck issues when I was young, much younger, and like, oh, that would work. Got one, and I loved it. Used it for until the phone just wouldn't support anymore.
Yeah, they're overpriced for what they are.
Yeah, they kind of are.
I can't believe a guy would just completely destroy his business because he's obsessed with something that isn't real.
Well, that wouldn't be the first time.
It's kind of sad. I mean, I think about all the employees and stuff.
Yeah. Let's see what we have here. August 30th. It's National Grief Awareness Day. And while we're taking time to recognize people healing from loss, we can also celebrate with marshmallows because it's also National Toasted Marshmallow Day.
Oh, now that would be much more fun. Oh, I want to go home.
Mm-hmm.
But
I understand some town had a marshmallow day, but a s'mores day.
S'mores Day. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
everybody in town eats s'mores and hangs out and says stupid things.
They
And
had
Hershey got a hold of them and gave
Sent
them
them-
40,000 candy bars.
Yeah, I saw that on the news. They created a town-wide huge fire pit for everybody to melt s'mores in. It's like, oh my gosh, why?
I hate s'mores.
Oh, I do. I don't like them either.
Yeah, I like s'mores.
Tornado loves them. If I'm going to have chocolate that's melting, I'm just going to eat the chocolate. Thank you.
You know, if they did a town-wide fire pit for everybody to make s'mores with in Florida, they'd probably fuel it with books.
Well, that's a good point.
Yeah. Basically, just slept on the couch last night, so Molly would have company during the storm. She seemed a little nervous about it.
Why don't you just let her sleep in your bed with you?
I got too much stuff in my bedroom that she can get into that I don't want her getting into. I haven't dog-proofed the room yet.
Well, my cat is laying beside me not beside me, but he's laying on the bed with me in the hotel room. So let's see. I don't know if they've seen him when he's awake, but I don't think anybody's ever seen him while he sleeps.
Right now, Molly wants me to play with her.
Let's see if I can do this.
She's got one of her toys and like, here, grab it, take it, play.
There he is. Can you see him?
Yep, we see him.
That little black
on the floor.
Yeah. Oh. So that is Sylvester sprawled out after I had to pay a $30 pet fee for each day.
I wondered if they were going to charge it.
Well, the hotel room came to $99. Then you add the pet fee on top of that. So 2 days is costing me like $266. It's ridiculous.
Oh,
But
man.
it was that or ride out the storm at home.
Yeah, and I take it you weren't too thrilled with that prospect.
Not with 7 to 11 foot storm surge. No.
Yeah.
No.
And they weren't sure where the biggest issue originally was they weren't sure where it was going to hit. They thought that it was going to hit between Cedar Key and Crystal River, which is where I live.
Hmm.
And then it's moved 90 miles to the north. So I could have stayed home, but could have, should have, would have, and how that can cost you your life.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm further inland a little bit, so I don't really have to worry about storm surges. So, but
Yes, but if you got impacted by a Category 4, it's guaranteed to cause a lot of damage. It
we did.
was a Category 4 right before it hit landfall. It turned back to a Category 3.
Oh, okay. I saw it was looking like it was going to be. I didn't know it actually went into one. No, last year's hurricane went right over my head. We still got a lot of damage from that. There's one that knocked my power out for a week.
I see that a large tree fell down onto the governor's mansion.
Yeah, well, I want to see the large tree fall on the governor.
Yeah.
Yeah, during his press conference, he talked about it, and it's like, why are you fucking talking about your tree that fell down? There's more important shit to talk about.
No, he's the most important thing in the room.
Yeah, it's all about him.
He's such a weird dude. It's just creepy. He's the subject of dreams and terror.
And we do apologize for the wannabe Hitler from Florida.
I don't think he's a wannabe. I think he's doing a pretty damn good job of it.
Yeah, he's a wannabe. He doesn't have the backing to be an actual one yet.
Well, that's the thing about becoming a dictator is you don't need to have anybody's permission to do it. You just have to be in the position to tell the army to do what you say. And he's building that force right now with the $10 million that they gave him.
Oh, Jesus.
Speaking about shitty political figures, it looks like Mitch McConnell froze up again.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
They're thinking he's having absence seizures, is it?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It is. They asked if he's going to be running for re-election, and he froze up.
Well, when are they going to remove him? I mean, if he's not in physical shape to do the job, what's he doing there?
Ask Dianne Feinstein.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, both of them need to go.
Yeah.
I haven't heard too much about Feinstein. I haven't been looking, but
she's got some of the typical, older person come and go dementia things, and she started. She was at some kind of hearing and started talking about something that was done with 10 or 15 minutes earlier.
Ooh, yay!
Yeah, and then somebody, one of her staff said, "Don't talk," and she didn't even realize that she was doing it at first. So she's done. She's done.
Well, she's what, 98 or some shit like that.
I really don't know her age, but she looks like hell and is obviously not handling it.
I mean, I knew better than to run for the Senate. What about these people?
They can afford to do it. You can't. So that's all that matters to them.
Oh, that too.
They can buy the seat.
But I'm glad that Fetterman won the seat because he's the guy I wanted in 2016 anyway.
Who's that?
John Fetterman.
Yeah.
Yeah,
From Montana.
PA senator. Because,
Yes. Especially given the alternative.
oh yeah, no, when he
Yeah.
lost the seat in the primaries in 16, that's when I decided I wanted to run. But we were talking for a while, and he's telling me stories about raising money, and it's like, whoops, I don't think I can do this.
Yeah, it takes a lot of money to run, even locally.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then when you break every law in the book, then you have to go back to your donators and ask them for more money to pay your legal bills, and
Oh God.
it's just so embarrassing.
And then there's this cat over here. Hey, maybe we should run Sylvia for the Senate.
As long as she's Democrat.
I'm sure cats could do a better job than humans.
In most cases, I would say so.
And look how well they run us.
Yeah.
Run you.
Yeah, you don't have a cat. The cat has you.
Yeah.
Oh, honey. Those things are sharp. You know that? Oh, boy. What do we have over here? Yeah. Oh, Bush and Moy.
I think a merit-based system would be really weird.
Who could qualify?
Well, merit based would be the person who's most qualified. The other question was how you determine that.
Yeah, I mean, when the most qualified candidate can't tie his own shoes, then you're in trouble.
I am kind of in favor of merit based systems, but I do see where you can run into flaws.
You know what pisses me off about standardization and things is on computers and USB stuff. That they decided that the A-type USB connector was the one that shall survive and be on everything. And it's the worst possible connector ever built. You don't know if you're upside down or not. It's a flaky, soft connection. There's nothing good about it.
Well,
Go ahead.
well, the connector is in a superposition. It's both correct and incorrect at the same time until you look.
No, it's not possible to hook them up backward, is it?
No, the USB A. Mm-mm. And then there's two USB-C, two different USB-C connectors.
I did not know that.
A lot of people call it a mini connector, but
Yeah, the two C's. One's a micro connector, and the other one is it's not. It's looks kind of almost like an Apple connector, but it has a slot where stuff goes in.
It's the real USB-C. People, I don't know why people started calling the micros the C, but they did. But there's two micros. There's two different styles of micro.
I mean, make it more confusing.
Yeah, it's pretty crappy. Although finally, Apple at least has conceded that all of its phone will go standardized with the real C, which I think is an excellent connector. It feels nice and solid and stays there.
Yeah, I think my phone uses a C connection.
Mm-hmm. Most Android and Windows-based phones, everything non-Apple uses a C. Until now, it's going to change. It's going to change. I hate Apple's lightning, thunder, lightning, whatever connector it is. It's called on the phones. It's also very flaky. After X number of times of plugging it in and pulling it out, the thing gets loose enough that the tiny size of the connectors or the actual contacts don't line up right anymore, and so you don't get your connector doesn't work anymore. And you got to go buy a new cord with a fresh stick or tongue, as I think of it, that gets worn away.
Planned obsolescence.
Yep.
Yeah, Brian, I agree with that. An extension cord would be great. I had one once. I forgot when I bought that. I got it in, but it was part of the cord set that it was with the product, and that was really nice. I actually found various uses for that, and it was just great.
Yeah, I remember running into the issue of the different USB-C for your iPad. I accidentally bought one. I was trying to get the little drive for my phone, and I accidentally bought one of those for Apple.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah, it said they were both saying USB-C, but
Yeah, well, I think it's important to standardize it, that kind of stuff. That there's no batteries are another one too that drive me crazy. Why, electronics manufacturers should be required to stick with standardized battery sizes and things that there's for the most part no reason why you have to design a new battery for a new product. Rechargeable power tools and stuff like that are playing that same game now. Where Milwaukee uses a different one than Black & Decker that uses a different one from the next one from a different and there's 10-15 different battery styles.
Mm-hmm.
And then a manufacturer well, now this is going to be a 20-volt battery instead of 18 volts, so we have to design a new one again and a new charger, and it's wrong.
and you usually end up with problems with the battery doing that too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it would just make so much more sense to standardize.
Yeah.
And electricity is used to the concept of standardization. I mean, your light switches are in the same places. Your outlets are at the same places. Spacing between the outlets is now settled to be 6 feet. They're just below knee height. It doesn't have to be exact, but people aren't putting them halfway up the wall anymore.
Hell, light bulbs. Well, the light bulb fixtures are standardized.
Mm-hmm.
From
Yeah, I heard incandescent bulbs are no longer available.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not liking that. I mean, there are some applications where incandescent lamps are useful if you need the heat.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Mark. It's not that I need D cells; it's that I need 6 of them.
I'm not going to say a word.
Oh boy, I get to smoke pot.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it was used to be a trick in gardening where you take those big Christmas lights, so they're incandescent, and you
Mhm.
use them to generate heat during the winter for to keep your plants warm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's an interesting use. Sure.
Does anybody remember those toy ovens?
Mm-hmm.
They
Kind of
used to,
easy bake ovens. I
yeah, they
wanted
used
one
to
so
like
bad. Yeah, those I think ran on what, 100 watt bulb for the oven.
something like that. You can't even get that anymore because it's not safe.
Well, as long as they got rid of our lawn darts, then they should get rid of some kids thing too. Take that, punks.
Just bring back the lawn darts.
Yeah, we'll bring back lawn darts, remove the safety labels, and just let nature take its course.
Sure, why not?
You can
Set
buy
up
and
that
carry a gun
water.
anywhere you freaking want, but you can't have lawn darts. There's nothing that makes sense about that. Nothing.
Well, it even gets worse. You have yeah, they actually sell guns to kids and design guns specifically for kids.
Oh no, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Was it got Mickey Mouse on the side or something?
I mean, I thought I had seen it all when I saw the Lavender Lady, which is a specific model of 38 Special.
Oh, is it pink or purple or
Yes, it
lavender?
is. Yes.
Boy, that's insulting. I mean, I can't imagine any woman I know wanting a pink um, hunting rifle.
And God, they're
I,
selling like hotcakes. The pistols, the rifles, the whole bit. They've got them a whole line in pink and purple.
mm-hmm. And they brought out uh, the neon pink hunting suit. You know, you have to wear blaze orange.
Oh
Well, they
Lord.
expanded that now to a blaze pink, I guess it would be called. You can also wear, so they sell women. You know, here's your color suit. You know,
Boof.
well, all the women hunters I knew, that's exactly what they said about it too. It was, I'm not gonna buy
Yeah.
that shit. It's,
I
oh,
don't know. Am I full of it? Well, we already know the answer to that question, but was it better 60 years ago than it is now?
in what respect? There's some things are, some things aren't.
Okay. Yeah, I suppose you're right on that one.
Here it is, the Savage Rascal. Well, it's designed. It's a 22 new rifle designed in for kids ages. Is where did I just see that? Shit, I just lost my place. Designed for kids ages 5 to 7 years old.
What?
Jesus Christ.
I didn't learn to shoot until I was, what, about 8?
Can you show us a picture?
Yeah. Let me just get this thing.
Wait a minute. Why? Oh, I see what's going on. Okay, let me turn that off.
Do, 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 do. Share screen. Where the hell's it? There it is. And there we are.
Oh, I was hoping they'd have a picture with a kid with it in his hands.
No.
Yeah, see, this
22
looks
rifle.
like just like a regular rifle.
Yes, this is a regular rifle. They come in multiple colors. So here's the thing. The little Savage Rascal comes in nice range of colors. So there should be one that suits your little Savage. And the rifle is made with an 11 and 1/4 inch length of pole, which is about right for children, about at the 5 to 7 old range.
Oh, the trigger pull is custom for the kid?
Yep.
Jesus. Oh, these guys are just fucking nuts. Oh, a blue one? Is there a pink one? Can you get a pink one?
Just
there's a pink one.
Irresponsible.
It's
See,
irresponsible.
Oh,
there's a
there
pink
we
one.
are, pink. Yep.
They have multicolored ones too. I saw when I was looking at images. So
Yeah, that's one of the things I laugh at on online first person shooter games is people getting these custom gun skins and they're bright pink and bright green and and it's like, wait a minute, do you realize that this makes it easier to see you, right? Let's hope there's never need to draft a bunch of people suddenly.
Oh, it's coming sooner than you think.
get your foot out of your mouth.
I wonder if they still have that shoot 'em up game. The Army put a shoot 'em up game out there, and the specific intent of it was to create a community so that you find the people who are the best at it, so that they can then try to recruit and hire those people who are the best shots, because a lot of the stuff that they're doing now looks just like a freaking computer game, and so they want people who are capable of using them well.
All right, guys, I'm gonna head off. TC's asking for food, so I'll see you all later. Take care.
Bye
You
bye.
be good, dear.
Thanks for
Bye-bye,
stopping in.
guys. Oh, you're welcome. I'll see you all another time.
I would certainly hope so.
Yep. Take care.
I'll take anything I can get.
All right. Bye-bye.
Love you, dear.
Love you too.
No. Struggling with Molly here to keep her from sticking her foot in her mouth. I don't know why she does that so much. She'll start by scratching her face, and then she'll start licking her foot, and then she'll just stick her whole foot in her mouth and start chewing on it.
Oh, Claymore mine. Well, that's always a nice thing to have. To take that to show and tell. Oh no, you all have to step in it like this.
Wait, I'm missing something here.
Randall Makeley, I got a 32 snub nose and a Claymore mine for my 10th birthday.
Oh, jeez.
Well, at least it was a good type of mine. Those Claymores are the best, aren't they?
Well, I got a good name going for them.
I don't even know what a Claymore mine is, so I know I've heard military people talk about it. That's all I know.
Oh, set it on the ground and it blows up and out. It's named for the Scottish club. For the cudgel.
Ox, are you serious? A hunter was wearing brown?
What?
That is insane.
Nothing like blending into the background.
nothing like calling yourself a target.
That too.
These guys when they're hunting a deer and there's something like behind a hedgerow that they can see the top of it but can't see the body, they'll take a shot right through the hedgerows, assuming that the bullet is going to take a straight path and hit the deer anyways. So if you're not wearing the blaze orange, you're asking for trouble. You have become a target because all they shoot at is something that's moving in the right color. That's why so many elk get shot instead of deer, and why some people's cows have been shot.
Moo.
Oh, I thought it was a deer. What? 150, 200-pound deer versus a 1.5-ton cow? Oh,
It was a really big deer.
yeah. I tried to go hunting once, and I just could never do it again. I was with these two guys. It was high school. Back then, you were allowed to go hunting on your own as a kid under 16, and we were supposedly hunting for pheasant. Why we were in a swamp, I'm not sure, but we were, and of course there were no pheasants. So the two guys started just shooting what they called sputsies. What are sputsies? Oh, a chickadee, a wren, a sparrow, any kind of tiny songbird that they're up for killing them. And I couldn't do it. And one night when they did, and they brought them all back and said, "Oh, well, see, here's what it got." It was just, I got sick to my stomach seeing all these poor little dead birds that are mangled from a piece of lead. It was just I could never hunt again. No way.
I'm not sure I could really hunt either.
I don't think we should end hunting. I mean, it's a legitimate sport, but I'm never going to do it.
We've wrecked the environment into where we actually have to hunt in order to keep things in check, because we got rid of the natural predators. Like certain areas where we got rid of the wolves, the deer overpopulate, and if we don't hunt them, that can cause a lot of problems and end up actually the deer suffering.
Everybody thought they were going to take care of our deer problem when they introduced wolves. Yeah, except you're only letting them stay in about eight or nine counties way up north. What's that going to do about all the deer down south? The other 500,000 deer.
Yeah, it doesn't quite work that way.
Deer are a real problem in our county here. Other places in the state think of this Houston County as the deer capital of Minnesota. They're just all over the place. A day can't go by with me seeing.
That would attract me, because I have nothing against eating or wearing Bambi. Really, I don't. Of course, I've been hungry, so I know what it's like to eat just about whatever I can get on my hands on.
Yeah.
These conservatives, they make jokes about trans people and gender issues, and you don't know if you're a boy or a girl, stupid shit like that. But then they name their little girl children Bambi and buy them Bambi suits. Bambi was a boy deer.
Yeah, that always confused me a little bit, because when I know in the 80s, growing up, well, Bambi was usually given to a girl, but Bambi, the character, apparently where it came from, was a boy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And these conservatives are so fucked up. I'm not confused. I know exactly what I am. It's not. It's not the standard issue. Okay.
Silly. Conserva flakes.
Yeah.
Can't remember where I put my new package of tissues. I got a leaky nose. And I'm gonna have to use my sleeve.
Oh, actually, apparently the name Bambi is originated in Italian, meaning child or baby girl. So it's odd that Bambi in the movie would be named a boy would name be Bambi.
So it went from girl to boy to girl.
Well, apparently it means either child or baby girl, and originates from Italy.
Okay then.
So I guess I have to complain about Disney naming their male character by a female name.
I'm sorry, read that again. I missed that.
Oh, name Bambi comes from is Italian in originating meaning child or baby girl.
Yeah, I got that part. I just missed the last sentence you said.
So they would I guess as they have to complain about Disney naming their male character by a female name.
Mm. Yeah, we should tell the conservatives that. They'll give them another reason to hate Disney.
Mm.
Uh,
Nah, Bambi's too much of a classic. They'll let it slide.
Well, I guess I don't think they'd let it slide. I think they'll just pretend it's not real.
no, like everything else.
I can't believe it. We have on one of our old stupid TV show channels, Bat Masterson. The TV show. Did any of you recall
I
it?
remember that.
What
Yeah, well,
master?
you're old enough. Bat
Mhm.
Masterson.
Nope.
It's a Western.
Yeah,
Oh,
and the guy
okay.
walks around in a vest and a bowler hat. Oh, it's just it's still was. I hated it when I was a kid too.
Well, apparently there was a real Bat Masterson.
Mm-hmm. Uh, the
Western
FSB's stepfather loved Westerns.
Westerns were kind of over for. I never really got into westerns really when I was a kid.
Okay.
I've never been a fan of intense heat, and I hated westerns for the one reason that it seemed like every western out there, you got trapped in the desert somehow, and then to show you how miserable you were, they do that standard shot of the sun blazing out everything in the camera view.
Yeah. One giant lens flare.
Yeah, and every time I'd see that on a western, it just pissed me off. No, now we don't like heat.
I was not much for heat when I was young, and then it reversed itself. A couple winters homeless kind of did that to me.
I never liked the cold. Told the story before when I was a baby. My mom had snow once. And his mom took me. He set me down in the snow. I cried. That was the end of it.
Oh, snow's fun. I playing in the snow as a kid with your friends is probably some of my most fond memories in childhood. It was just the best.
Oh, I loved the cold winters. I loved winter. Couldn't wait for it to start snowing.
That's why people like us exist, so we can keep things like Minnesota populated.
Hmm. The main reason I'm not up there is because it is so cold. I mean, Purple would go on about minus 20, minus 30, and that just had to kind of turn me off on it.
Well, the thing is, nobody's going out when it's 20 and 30 below, unless you have a job and you're required to. People stay inside and they watch TV and they play pool or they, all sorts of different indoor things.
And you pay for heating your abode and stuff like that.
They pay for heating their abode in Florida, don't you, Mage?
Cooling it more.
But you heat it sometimes, don't you?
Yeah, occasionally.
Well, it costs more to bring minus 40 to a comfortable temperature than it does 60.
I don't know, my last, they jacked up the electric bills around here. My last electric bill was almost $200 just from keep running the AC.
Wow.
Damn.
Man, I feel lucky because I think my most expensive electrical bills in PA were like $50.
It's way up from even a year ago. I mean, I was only, last year I was only paying maybe $80 a month.
Wow. Yeah, that's a bit of an increase.
Yeah.
Well, they're paying for all the hurricanes, all the damage. Money's got to come from somewhere to put up those new flaky poles and flaky wires, so it does it again. Oh, but we don't want to bury them. That costs too much. Does it cost more than having to rewire an entire city each, every couple of months? Yeah.
Oh, and seeing as this is the start of the hurricane season, they're probably going to get hit again.
Oh yeah, there were like 4 or 5 or 6 cells to watch out in the Atlantic a week or two ago when I saw it on TV. See, I would never live in your state just because of that. The frequency of horrible bad weather, it kind of scares me.
Oh, come on. The weather only tries to kill you seasonally.
Yeah, I know, but it's a really good shot.
And it's usually the people who are really dumb about it who get killed. Obviously, the footage of people running out into storm surges and stuff in the middle of a hurricane.
Oh, that's intelligent.
Well, I understand where that comes from. The first time we got to 30 below when I was a kid, I had to go out. I had to go out and see what it was like and be in it for a while and do stuff. And even here, 60 years later, it got down to 43 below here, and so I needed to experience that because it was my new personal record then. And it was cold. It was really, really cold. It's even hard to imagine that people could exist in it for more than 10 minutes.
Cold is a little bit different here. You can actually be in a lot warmer condition, but actually feel colder.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I had one person who was telling me like they used to live up in I think it was New York. The cold never bothered them until they moved down here. I guess this probably has to do with the humidity.
We have very few days where it's up in the 80s and 90s. I can't ever remember a day where we were in the 80s and 90s and it was not humid as fuck. So we're used to the humidity. We hate it very, very much.
Well, I used to get the humidity all the time because I always lived near water. When I was living on the shore of Lake Erie or on the banks of the Monongahela and Allegheny rivers, and that'll drive the humidity up.
If I lived in Pennsylvania, I would have started a campaign to change the name of the Monongahela, Magang, that river.
Okay, yeah.
No, you just have everything else trying to kill you in Australia.
Oh, geez. Well, you guys, you all live within what, 5 feet of the coasts. Everything else is red desert.
Some of the adventurous folks, I guess, will move a whole 30 feet in. I feel so bad for Australia right now. Well, for the planet, but how they're losing the barrier reef because of the heat.
Yeah, we're losing the coral reefs in the Gulf here.
Mm-hmm. And the researchers stuff are working on it. They're trying to find and breed coral that is heat resistant. I don't know how good they're doing at it, but I know they had some transplant projects already happen to test it out.
Yeah, shame. I know some places we actually, if we have a derelict ship, it kind of floating out in place.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes what we'll do is you'll just sink it and turn it into a coral bed.
Yeah. They started doing that in the '60s. It was real big news the first time they did it purposely. And yeah, it was a ocean thing. It wasn't a Great Lakes thing. We have all kinds of sunken ships here, and you can dive on them and just see all the life around it. They're not as intense as what happens in the oceans.
Yeah.
Because it's so fucking cold at the bottom of the lakes.
Yeah, they've done it a few times here out in the Gulf.
Imagine going fishing and pulling up an anchor.
Yeah, one of the last times I remember going on in my uncle's boat, we had a giant sea turtle swimming next to us. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, they're fucking huge.
Yeah.
When they get full grown, wow.
Yeah, this was definitely a full grown one. I was just swimming right along.
I've definitely got to get out and do some fishing. I mean, I'm near the Atlantic. Might as well put the time to good use.
Yeah, we can have all the carbon that's been sequestered in the oceans to get released, basically turn the water into soda water. Wouldn't that be fun?
Oh, yeah.
Well, then you only need to buy some Coke syrup.
Yeah.
Dip your cup in there, get a little water, and add a little Coke, and there you go. Cola.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be fun?
Mm-hmm.
Fish flavored cola.
That's this. This global warming is a good thing. I mean, there's going to be more carbon dioxide for all the plants, and for any of them that actually get any water, they'll do so much better.
Yes, being I'm a gardener who likes to look into the science of this stuff. Just think about that when I'm sitting here laughing at that comment.
Oh, it's insane that people would actually think that way. And I know my senator, Ron Johnson, when I lived in Wisconsin, was one of those. He said, "Oh no, he was Mr. Sunspot. The whole globe, the warming thing is all because of sunspots." It's like,
Oh,
okay,
jeez.
explain that science to me. Why does the cold thing make more trouble than the big hot thing? Oh, idiots! And they actually believed it. They actually believed that shit.
Yeah. Just kind of give you an idea. It was something like if you would take a tree that could trap, you know, the best tree for trapping carbon, you'd have to basically plant and a number of trees that we currently have of those just alone, just to they get about a year or two, of what we've put out. So let's say we wanted to make up the difference for about a year or two. You would basically have to plant an entire plant's worth of these trees, just from the taking in the same amount of carbon. It's, that's not the answer. And there's also I think I remember hearing something about there's actually a certain point where there's a almost like a reverse effect too with plants. I will have to look into that again. It's on I think it was on SciShow or something. I saw that on. Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Oh, holy cow! I've got the crime murder channel on. Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, son of a gun. They're doing this story on some guy, and I saw one of the ambulances that they had, dash cam from the cops on, and it said West Salem, which is there's a suburb outside of La Crosse on the east side of La Crosse called West Salem. And it was just interesting to see that. And now as I'm not hearing it, I'm only seeing it. A visual cue finally came in that it was West Salem, Wisconsin. It's like, oh wait, I know that guy.
Oh, okay. Here it is. I'm just looking at the synopsis on the videos. It's oh no, is nature going to make climate change worse? Coming from 2 years ago, and photosynthesis plays a huge role in regulating the Earth's CO2. But if temperatures get too high, photosynthesis slows down.
Oh,
So it's not going to regulate the CO2 as well as the temperature rises.
the farmers around here are having a abysmal year. The corn is up, but there's plants already starting to dry out
Oh yeah,
before the ears of corn have really even gotten very big, just because there's
yeah,
no damn water.
yeah. Gardening has been really rough this year. It's not just it hasn't just been me. It's been a lot of people have been having a hard time with their gardens.
Thank you, Republican Party. We wanted climate change to happen. Thanks for doing that for us.
Well, God will take care of it all, right?
Exactly. The sooner we let Armageddon happen, the better for all us Christians here. And just tell them, okay, just come rapture, give me your car.
Yeah.
Kind of a quiet day today, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh my! I want shrimp. Thanks a lot, Ox.
Put a shrimp on the Barbie? No.
Actually, a while back, Mom NATO mentioned shrimp lo mein, and ever since then, I've wanted to make some.
I like shrimp. They're just too expensive.
Yes, I have had barbecue shrimp. It's good.
I've not had.
I don't like barbecue, so
Well, you don't add barbecue sauce to the shrimp. You just, you get that nice grill going.
Well, there's a definite difference between barbecue and grill.
yeah, huge difference. I like grilled.
Mm-hmm.
Keep that sauce away from me.
I love grilled steak.
I once made a meatloaf on the grill. We had a Weber grill, and
Hmm.
and
You said
baked it
you
out there.
did
And
this or almost did it?
no, I did it, and it was wonderful. This smoky tasting meatloaf. Are you kidding? It was great. The only way it could have been better is to have bacon in it or something.
Might have to
Yeah,
try that out.
yeah, I had bought myself a little coal grill just in case for an emergency kind of thing. I still haven't quite got the hang of using it.
It does take a while. I'm not all that great on a grill. I don't even know how to do some stuff. Like I could never do fish on a grill. I have no idea how.
Yeah, the problem with the
Hey,
grill,
Tria's here. How you doing, honey?
yeah, the problem I have with my grill is that it's a really small grill, so it's difficult to maintain the heat.
Hmm.
I also do have a camper stove, but I don't usually have the propane to run it.
I can I can taste I
I
can
still have to
taste
see
a
if I have my camp stoves.
Jenny, you can taste what?
I can taste a propane prepared food.
Mm,
It tastes like propane to me.
Yeah.
hmm.
No, I prefer the charcoal grilling.
Yeah, the little camper stove is more for a putting a pan on top of the flame.
Yeah, yeah, and that does real good. I lived on one of those.
But I don't
We,
think I'd want. I don't think I'd want to grill with the propane though.
I want to go through my stuff here because I still have a lot in a rented storage locker. See if I can't find my camping equipment. There's a campground not too far from here. I could essentially walk there.
Oh,
And if there's any way I could do it, I'd like to spend a couple days camping.
I have a hard time seeing you manage a couple days, but I could. But maybe an overnight stay might be fun.
Yeah, I could do that on a weekend. I get punctured on, let's say if I could get punctured on Saturday, if I could do it in the morning and then head for the campground, then I could have, Saturday afternoon, I could do a show from the campground on Sunday.
Hmm,
Need a
cool.
jackery and hook everything up and broadcast from there, maybe.
That could be fun.
Yeah, why not?
Get some nice nature shots.
Yeah, yeah. or get to Fire Island, gay capital of New York.
Yeah, I have a friend who likes to do camping and have camping stuff all the time.
I'd like to. I mean, just not too much of it, but I'd maybe a week at most. Of course, I really can't do that now because I'm tied to a machine.
There you go. Have your dialysis while camping.
Well, I don't know. I suppose that if you worked on it, you might be able to do it.
Definitely need somebody else with you there for that.
You can get portable machines and you can do it at home. So the only thing you'd have to worry about is the germy conditions and everything else outside.
Yeah.
It's a lovely day here. It's about 74, 75, partly cloudy.
Well, the Weather Channel says that it's 79 around here, so I haven't gone out yet.
It's supposed to go back up to 100 this weekend.
I'll take it.
Fine, I'll trade it for your 79 any day.
Okay. Oh man, I need to go. I think I lost my swimsuit. Unfortunately, I guess I'll have to see if I can get another one. There's a lake and beach within walking distance of here. Maybe I can get a little bit of swimming in before the year's over.
Yeah, that's something that stopped when you're no longer a kid. That it just shouldn't have. Swimming is so much fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've got Lake Ronkonkoma here. So I can deal with that as far as that goes. I mean, it's still not home. Don't get me wrong. And I do want to go home.
Yeah, but if you go home, then you'll be all lonely and wanting people.
I'm
We'll
all
be back.
lonely here and now.
You won't have anyone to take care of Sylvia if you have to go into the hospital.
Yeah, and unfortunately, that happens all too often anymore.
That's why I have to give up my dog, Diana, because I had been taken to the hospital unexpectedly, and there's nothing in my medical history says it isn't going to happen again. And I just couldn't take care of him anymore.
That's always a hard thing to get rid of a pet.
Yeah, it sure is.
I just don't feel right about that happening to you and to your dog. I'm guessing that neither one of you liked that very much.
The last time I saw him, they were dragging me out on the stretcher, and he was kind of behind the people who were standing around watching, cops and stuff. And he pushed his way through the crowd to get to me. And all I could do was give him a little scratch on the side of his head.
Well, I'm gonna give Molly a scratch on her head just for you. She's sitting here.
I mean, sometimes
she's sitting here curled up at my feet.
I think I might like to be had by a puppy, but they are high maintenance. And I'm not sure I've got it to do that.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend. I'm not sure if I'd recommend it in your condition right now.
I mean, I've been had by a puppy. Miji had me years and years and years ago. Mid 80s, we're talking here. She was such a good puppy.
I really like the fact that these days there's dog parks virtually everywhere.
Yeah, I took Molly to a dog park like a few weeks ago. She loved it. We'll have to go back there again when weather cools down some.
In Milwaukee, there was this dog park that was I'm trying to remember. It was better than 10 acres, and it went up a hill. So no matter how far your dog got away from you, you could still see it.
Look at it.
The fence, the northern fence ended on the hill, so nobody ever got lost. It was really cool. Well,
Yeah.
he was found guilty. Just get to the point.
What was that?
This guy beat his wife to death.
Oh, fun.
And then decided he would stage an accident with her car and claim that this pipe had fallen off a truck that passed them on this 2-lane highway and bounced up and went through the windshield and into her head. And he actually thought it was good. Every time I heard somebody hear about the pipe bouncing, they'd say, "That's bullshit. He killed her."
Well, I have heard of situations where a pipe has fallen off a truck and went through a windshield and went into somebody's head before. That has happened, but
Yeah, I don't think on an asphalt street at 30, 40 miles an hour it's going to happen. They ran a bunch of tests and threw pipes off of a truck and never happened. They never bounced high enough. Never even basically got off the ground.
I don't know about bouncing off the ground. I think when the situations where they went through a windshield, they actually fell off the truck and went right into the windshield.
Yeah, I've heard of that. We had a customer who caught a locking ring from a semi truck's tire. Came loose and came flying through her windshield at 100 miles an hour and killed her.
Yeah, that was actually a big concern with the hurricane. Wasn't really sure about how I was going to take care of Molly's walks because I can't exactly take her out in the middle of a storm. I was trying to set up something for her to go on, but I wasn't sure if should be recognizing it as a place to do her business.
Well, you got off. She cooperated.
Yeah, I got lucky. It turned out the weather was nice enough for me to take her out for a quick walk in the morning, and it's nice now, so I don't have to worry about it.
I just don't get how people can kill their spouse. It's just so sick to me.
Mm. If you hate him that much, why the hell would you end up with him in the first place?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can see how it would happen. I mean, my ex and I didn't exactly have the greatest relationship, yet we were together 11 years.
I'm one of those people who doesn't yell and scream if you get in an argument or something like that. I just hate it so much. I can't do it myself. That's how my dad used to beat me up, is verbally.
Okay.
Yeah,
At the top of his lungs.
I have to get pushed pretty far before you really scream at somebody.
Yeah, I'm sure there would be a time that I would do that, but not on a regular basis.
I think we're starting to wind down here.
Oh my! I'm looking at this stuff. Now I'm wanting a combi,
A what?
a classic VW bus.
Oh yeah, those are only about 50,000-60,000 nowadays.
That's all.
Hello.
Hey, how's everybody?
Hi, honey.
Not bad.
Hey Rex.
How you been?
A little worn out from dealing with the hurricane, but doing good.
That's fair enough.
Your timing's a little off. I think Mage was about to start winding down.
Yeah, I was thinking about winding down, but we got something that to pitch in. We can go a little longer.
Make it juicy.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Okay. Well, what do you think about that dude, the general guy that died in that plane crash? Died, quote unquote, in the plane crash.
Oh, in
over-
Russia?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure Putin didn't have anything to do with it.
Zero.
I don't think I've heard about this one.
The guy who was the general in charge of that private army that was in
Yeah.
Bosnia. Was it Bosnia or whatever? Belarus. They were going to march into Moscow and take over Moscow and all the kinds of things. He suddenly died in a plane crash.
Oh.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, what was that called? Wagner or something?
Yeah.
Well, it was his plane, so I mean, supposedly it was his private plane.
Yeah, but if you look at Putin's history of suspected unusual deaths,
Well,
it's pretty hard not to assume that he did it again.
Well, after he supposedly went to Belarus, nobody saw him again. I feel like they took his ass to a gulag and had their way with him, and then after he was dead, they put him on that plane and blew the plane up. Oh, he died in a plane crash?
Yeah, that wouldn't
That's
surprise
what
me either.
Hmm?
That wouldn't surprise me either. Putin is just a very, very bad human being.
Yeah.
Don't oppose him; he'll kill you.
Well, I heard a story about Putin. I don't know how true it is, but he was supposedly on guard the night the Berlin Wall fell, and he didn't report it or some shit like that. And that's like, he's felt bad about that ever since. I don't know how true that is. That's a story I've heard and read.
Boy, was that a weird couple of days when that started happening? Hey.
Oh yeah, that was strange as hell. When the Hoff showed up, when Hasselhoff showed up and started singing, oh, it was on then. Yeah, all of Germany came together around the Hoff.
Yeah. I can't believe he's such a hit there.
It amazes me too. I mean, I like him in Knight Rider and in Baywatch, he was okay, but as a singer, no, not really. No.
He reminded me a lot of Tom Jones. I couldn't stand Tom Jones either. His voice just grates on me.
Yeah, he was hella popular. Or who's that other guy? Shit. Not Tom Jones. It's
What are you talking about? 70s singers? You're not talking about Engelbert Humperdinck, are you?
like lounge singers.
And Engelbert Humperdinck?
That's one of them that I had forgotten about. No, this is shit.
He was pretty much a one-hit wonder.
He was in Vegas vacation. He tried to get dude's wife away from him. What's that guy's name? Shit.
I don't know. I haven't heard any of this, I don't think. Magnum PI.
Oh, Tom Selleck? No, not him. Oh, come on, quit being so slow.
So,
Vegas vacation. Okay, give me a second. Give me a second. If my tablet will cooperate.
okay.
Wayne Newton. That's the dude. Wayne Newton.
Oh, Mr. Las Vegas, huh?
Yeah, that
Yeah,
guy.
I couldn't stand him either.
I can't either. I couldn't think of his name. I don't know why. I just couldn't think of his name.
Happens.
I don't really understand what people saw in him as fans.
Shit.
That he would get to spend his entire life on one stage in Vegas. Come on, he's not that good. Oh well.
Later. I'll give.
Oh God! Ow!
I think we probably should start wrapping this up a little bit.
Dita
Short.
kosztowny na parodie.
Yeah, what you said.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess we'll go around the Rex. What do you got?
Not a whole lot.
All right.
Rain and fog. That's about it. I might stream later. I don't know.
All right. Diana?
Well, gonna try to do stuff on Sunday. Hopefully everybody will be around for it. And
your
I don't
show?
know, maybe I'd like to start doing stuff near the end of the week. Also,
Are you doing a show this Sunday?
yeah, I'd like you to be there.
I kind of have to know what time.
We usually around noon on Sundays, though she's sometimes later.
Okay, if I'm awake, I'll be there.
And sometimes I forget completely. Oh my! I got to get stuff going, and the thing I've really got to do is get a studio together. And it's not easy here.
Get your own internet connection.
Well, I'll have to get an internet connection of my own. Just go on wires. That'll be fun. I can imagine people standing in my way to do that. And then I've got to look around I got to locate all the stuff that I have and everything, and the stuff that I need, and I like this Combi. It's got a pop-up roof. $40,000.
You should see the 21 window Safari bus from what year? One of its very early years. I've heard those things going for 120, 130,000.
Oh my.
Well, Jenny, what do you got?
I got
Jenny,
nothing.
nothing. All right.
I might make it to Diana's thing on Sunday.
That would be great. I'd love that.
Yeah. Like to see you there. You know, I'm usually in there.
Depends on how well the masturbation's coming along. Honestly.
Okay.
Oh, you need to kill it. Just come on in.
Oh, okay. I'll just mute the mic.
There you go.
No, you just kill your libido flat. Just come on in. We'll take care of that. Yeah, for you.
Dicey.
Oh, what do I got? I just recently released a video on my gardening channel, Gardens Happen.
I actually saw that one. Yeah, with all the cardboard.
Yeah, my little landscaping project. It's in work in progress.
You're building a garden out of cardboard?
Well, it's actually landscaping. I'm trying to suppress the weeds and stuff with the whole thing. I'm covering the entire yard with cardboard, probably several layers, and I'm gonna do something else with it. Maybe a lasagna garden, the entire thing, or mulch it, or something.
Am I hearing this correctly? Did you say lasagna garden?
Yes.
What is that?
The lasagna grows out of a garden. You didn't know that?
That's basically where you take a high carbon material, put it down, and you take another, or like a nitrogen material, cover that out, and just layer it until you have like a foot thick of stuff, and just let it break down, and then you can actually plant right in that.
Oh, okay.
And it's kind of what I'm thinking of doing with maybe the entire yard.
Oh my!
You know what really works a lot easier than cardboard is black plastic.
Yeah, but I wanted something that would break down and it would replace for free.
Oh, I see.
And I've actually used black plastic before with little success.
Well, maybe the sun's just too intense down there and it gets through.
I'm waiting for some spring bulbs to get delivered and put a few tulips and daffodils in.
Oh, that sounds fun.
I mean, this place needs all the help it can get, so I might as well do something.
Yeah.
I love paper whites. They're so pretty.
Yes.
And I'll probably have a garden tour coming up pretty soon here. It'll cover probably a little bit of this hurricane mess. I did have another video I was working on, but I think I'm going to scrap it. It's just not coming along quite well.
We'll cut it up and turn it into highlight reels.
Yeah, maybe. So, and of course, I got my movie night on Sunday afternoons at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you guys want to come in, and it's a private thing, you can just look for links. Look for links in the DM groups. And
have to see if I can start showing up to those.
Yeah.
What's the movie? What's the movie this week?
I haven't decided yet.
Okay.
Last week we did Failsafe.
Yeah.
Hey, how about Colossus, the Forbin Project? Any of you seen that one?
It kind of sounds familiar.
Basically, computer takes over the world.
Another one? Jeez.
Uh-huh. Well, this was 1970s, so...
Yeah, we were all pretty sure that was going to happen any day now. Back then. Little did we know.
To join in the movie night, just look for it in the DMs. You just have to go into the StreamYards link. You don't need a microphone or a camera or anything like that. Since you can just sit and talk in the chat.
You used to speak in tongues, didn't you?
No, that was my sister.
Oh,
No, she went full blown Pentecostal. Oh man, I love to tell people that the slimy bastards raised the two of us Roman Catholics. She found Jesus, I found Carl Sagan.
I decided to do these movie nights since I have access to a lot of movies. I figured might as well share.
Okay then. Yeah, I've got a shitload of motion pictures. If I can
What-
find the hard drives they're on.
what did you say is our movie this week?
I haven't decided yet.
Oh,
Remember,
okay.
you said you wanted me to pick.
I didn't realize that I didn't ask. I thought I asked and I just missed it, or
Yeah.
that my brain was fading again.
Yeah, that's okay.
Plan 9 from outer space. How about that one?
Holy shit! I have
Yeah,
not
really-
seen that in forever. I
Go
have
for the
not
really-
seen that in forever. Fucking horrible. So bad it's good.
Yes.
what are we gonna? What are we gonna? We can do a double feature with that in the room.
Oh God.
What's the room?
It's
Oh,
considered the worst movie ever made.
Oh, wonderful. I'm up. I'm game. If it's the best of, you know.
Best of the worst.
I mean, the thing's developed a cult following of people watching it just because of how bad it is.
What the hell are they doing out there?
Anyway, I guess we'll wrap. That's the end of the wrap up. So, see everybody around.
Oh my.
It was good seeing y'all.
Good
We
seeing
Ox,
you.
we watched Attack on the Killer Tomatoes already.
Yeah, in fact, we will be doing the third Killer Tomato movie the next month sometime. Which is
Yeah, we watched the first two.
Yeah.
It was fun watching George Clooney
And
at
since you guys
15 years old.
and since you guys want to space these out, we'll get to the fourth one in November.
What? The Killer Tomatoes eat Paris,
France.
France.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's full of bad head stereotypes and stereotypes that I'm pretty sure aren't stereotypes.
Okay, I didn't know there was a fourth.
Yeah, there's a fourth one.
What
All
have
right.
we become?
In fact, ketchup is the name of one of the tomatoes in the fourth one. Right. I think it. Bye.
Don't get caught.
See ya.